Hey guys, my name is Troy, this is Glide, and today I'm going to tell you a few things you can do to convince your parents, girlfriend, boyfriend, roommate, flatmate to get you your first pet snake. Let's get into it. The majority of people don't like snakes, and there is a main reason and other few secondary reasons for it. The one I like the least is the story of the friend of the friend of the friend who got measured overnight by a reticulated python. Anyway, there is a whole bunch of people on the planet that actually love and keep snakes, and you want to become one of them, but the people you live with don't agree with that. So what you can do first thing first is doing your research. And you don't do your research to convince them first, you do your research because that's at the basis of owning any pet. You need to understand what kind of commitment it is to own a snake. And then eventually you can show your finds to the people who you are trying to convince. Because you see, while you see snakes in a certain way, some people see snakes in this other way. So your research should include plenty of time watching YouTube videos. Some of my favorite creators are, well, the late Barczyk, Weekend's Wicked Reptiles, Snake Discovery, Green Room Pythons, Dav Kaufman, New England Reptiles, Tomsky. I mean, I can go on for an hour. You can just let me know your favorite creators in the comment. Anyway, all of these people have told me a lot about snakes and a lot about reptiles, and they are also the reason why I started my YouTube channel. So I highly suggest you watch their videos so you know more about the animal you actually want. Another thing you can do for both yourself and the person you are trying to convince is to consider the expenses of owning a snake. And I'm gonna give you a quick calculation. Cameraman, that way. Hi guys, it's me from the future. Here is your calculation. A full-on setup with everything you need to get started, it's around £237. Now, I know it's a good amount of money, but imagine showing your parents that you're actually taking responsibilities about it, saving those money, plus showing them the content of the creators that I mentioned before. I think that will give you good points. Anyway, let's go back. There is no cameraman here. Next thing is communication and compromise a little bit. Your mom doesn't want you to keep frozen rats in the freezer, which you are going to have to. In that case, you have to go out and buy yourself a mini freezer before you even buy the snake and before you even buy the setup. Last but not least, go out where snake people are. I mean, if you have a friend who has a snake, that's pretty much a win. You can visit his house to get yourself a snake fix, but you can also ask a lot of information. Can I do a handling session? Can I do a feeding session? Can I watch you feeding the snake? So you're going to understand much more about what kind of commitment it is to own a snake than just watching YouTube videos. And that will make your life easier when it comes to convince your parents to get yourself one. You can take your parents to reptile shows, don't expect them to buy you anything on the first time at a reptile show, but they can get a grasp of what it is to have a snake. You can get a chance to speak to so many people that own snakes, and that will make your life easier. And if after all these things your parents are still not convinced, or maybe they were ophidiophobic in the first place, you just need to wait. There's nothing else you can do. Wait until you move out in your own space, and in the meantime do more research. This way you are not forced to buy a beginner snake, but you can dig deeper into snake breed and choose the actual snake that you actually want. That's all for today's video. If you come out with more ideas on how to convince your parents into buying your first pet snake, please write them in the comments below. If you like this video, please like this video. If you feel like subscribing, please subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye!